Sometimes you can feel so alone because of your food allergies, your special diet. This society isn't really kind to you. Um, if you give them a reason to ostracize you so that you don't fit in. But, I'm starting this channel and I'm making this video specifically um, because I don't want you to feel alone. Shit, I don't want to feel alone. Um, it just seems like it causes a lot of conflict in your life that what I like to call the so-called normal people, they don't quite understand. They just don't get it because they all blend in. They all fit in together. Um, they eat the same foods. They do the same things. But the food is the number one binder, the number one binding force for human beings that normals don't understand. You know, I was born allergic to dairy products straight from birth. You know, back when I was born, they didn't know what to do with me. So, long story short, I was a premature baby, 2 pounds, 8 ounces, and I was allergic to everything. I was allergic to trees, mold, dust, pollen, cats, dogs, pretty much the whole planet Earth. Um, and then couple that along with my dietary challenges. Um, we didn't really know too much about, being allergic to gluten. I just knew that as a kid, as a kid, I never really liked bread too much. I always ate my hamburgers. I ate a couple of them back in the day, with the bread, but it always kind of made my stomach sick. I just never really liked it. So, you know, more times than not, about 80% of the time, I would just take the hamburger patties off, put them to the side, and I would, put my ketchup, mustard, and pickles, put that on there, and just eat it like a steak, and cut it with a knife and a fork. That was my thing. But long story short, I can go down that road a lot further in another video. But to stick to the topic, it always drives a wedge. My diet or my food allergies, it drives a wedge in between any friendship I've ever tried to have, um, any relationship I've ever been in. Normal people just don't understand that. You got a girlfriend, she's like, hey, let me go to, Applebee's, or she wants to go to Olive Garden or whatever your Italian restaurant is. I hate Italian food. Wait a second. I don't hate Italian food. I like Italian food. I don't like a lot of Italian restaurants because most of the stuff in there is creamy and cheesy and melty, and I can't have it. Anything that is creamy, cheesy, and melty is an instant red flag and a no go for me. So I have to make the chefs and the cooks and the restaurants uh, do something different than what they're not used to doing. They're not used to making food that way, and it becomes a hassle. And then you're waiting for a long time. Your date is sitting there like, hey, all right. She might get her food usually because she orders something normal. But outside of that, my food maybe takes an hour. They got to make it. Then they bring it out. 9 times out of 10, it's wrong. the first time. And then I gotta wait again. Now I'm really hungry. Probably done ate a salad or two. You know, you even gotta go through the whole thing of um, making sure the salad dressings don't have any dairy in it. You know, I eat a lot of vegan foods, but not having dairy in my food is like the biggest thing for me, the hugest thing for me, because I'm severely allergic to dairy. And, you know, to put me in a hospital, it's just, my body reacts extremely violently to dairy. It's just the most horriblest thing. Um, you know, there's a few other things that I just don't like, but like dairy is just, I don't know, man. I don't see how people eat it on a consistent basis. It's not even really good for you. So, you know, bear with me. I'm not used to making videos and talking to you guys. Um, and I just noticed I keep saying every damn 20 seconds. Yeah, this is kind of weird, but I think it's therapeutic. I think this channel is going to be therapeutic for me to vent and, you know, speak to some like minded people who go through the same things. You know, just going back to the main topic, I want to try and make sure each video, when I do a vlog or a rant, I kind of adhere to the topic because you guys will find how my brain works. Everything's connected. I'll go all the way back to my childhood, to this. Then I went to one specific scenario I was seeing in my brain about a female that I was dating. Then I'm like, oh, you know, the Italian restaurant and this, that, and the other. But yeah, going back to the main thing is, you know, it puts a strain on your relationships and your friendships. You know, just growing up, you know, outside of school, or even in school, but you know, people want to go out. They want to go to McDonald's. They want to go to rallies. They want to go to Burger King. They want to go to all these places. Oh, you want to get ice cream from McDonald's. This is before the ice cream machine was broken all the time. But yeah, people just want to go out and get the food they want to get. Um, and I can't get it. Or a lot of times I can't go or I don't want to go. So they're like, oh, we can't bring, you know, we can't bring him, you know? So, you know, he's too picky. That was the thing back in the day. Everybody said, oh, well, you're too picky. And I wasn't a picky eater. It's just I literally cannot eat these things. I'll go to the hospital. You know, if I try to eat some dairy, it immediately, I get violently ill. It won't even go down. It's just, I don't know. It's like a peanut allergy or a strawberry allergy. I usually got to make that reference because it seems like, or the way people make me feel, they make me feel like I'm the only person on the planet who's ever been allergic to dairy products. You know, they confuse and conflate. Um, they kind of look at me when I bring it up and say, yeah, you know, allergic to dairy products. They're like, oh, yeah, me too. And they always smile with that little wink in their eye. You know, I'm lactose intolerant too, but I still eat ice cream. Oh, I love my grandma's mac and cheese and all this other nonsense bullshit that they say. Um, and I kind of look at them like, mm-hmm. And I let them finish. And it's kind of like they want to bond with me on that. Like, yeah, it's, it's, it's bad for me and it hurts my stomach or it makes me gassy. And then they kind of wink, wink and laugh. Does that happen to you too? And I'm like, no, I literally cannot eat it. If I tried to, my body wouldn't let me. And then the fact that I even attempted to, my body's going to punish me for hours. So then they kind of look at me, they kind of frown because it's a bonding mechanism that human beings have. They want to connect some way. And through food is the number one way that people connect. And no matter where I go, no matter how old I get, I'm always disconnected um, from everyone because we just don't eat the same foods or eat the same foods the same way. So yeah, man, it's it's something I've learned to deal with, and hopefully whoever's listening to this, hopefully you too are learning to deal with it. But like I say, I want to make this channel so that you don't feel alone, and hopefully we can share our stories together. But I know there's going to be somebody that listens to this. Maybe it's 2 people, maybe it's 4 people. Hopefully one day I'll get to 10 people that are really invested, that like my stories, that can learn something from um, the, I would say, hundreds of thousands of dollars that I've wasted on different food products, different skin products. Um, I think I mentioned it before, I got sensitive skin as well. Like, I'm just allergic to anything that's not of this earth. Anything unnatural, my body doesn't want it. It's got to be 95 to 100% natural. There's like minor exceptions to the rule, but outside of that, man, my body can tell if it's like fake food, if it's got chemicals in it, or, if it's got what I would consider poison. And by this being YouTube, I just want to clarify that moving forward, I'm not calling any foods poison that aren't labeled that by the FDA, but it's poisonous to my body. 100%. That's my opinion. And I mean that when I say it, how it affects me. But yeah, it just, to cap this off, I don't want to keep you guys too long because I know I like to talk. I've got a couple decades of things that I want to say. So I'm going to make a lot of videos. I'm going to show you guys what I eat, how I eat, and um, the things that'll help you too. Because having my food allergies is also, it's a blessing as well, in a sense, because it keeps me healthy. I'm healthy, I like to work out, and it can help you too. If you're a normal person, this channel isn't just for, people with dietary um, difficulties and, different eating habits. But yeah, normal people, you can get something from this channel too. I hope you get some value because a lot of this stuff goes across the board. Eating healthy, gluten free, and I'll get deep into the science. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys coming to listen to this vlog. I'll think of some kind of catchy name to call these in the future. But yeah, I appreciate you for coming and listening to me talk about my life. And I'll get deeper. The story is crazy, and I guarantee if you stick around, I've got 1,000,001 stories for days and days and days and days. So you'll definitely be entertained. You'll be amused. You'll probably get pissed off. I have an uncanny gift of doing that to people. So uh, you'll experience the full range of emotions on this channel. So, all right. I hope you guys appreciate. I hope you guys learned something. Um, to be honest with you, I don't know how to end this video. So I'm just going to say bye, and I'll see you guys later.